Lying will ruin your life. Lying will ruin your goddamn life.
To be back into the spotlight. You know what I mean? And that's what you have with Floyd. So I think Floyd has to make a decision.
Floyd Mayweather. It's a bad situation for Floyd because the last thing Floyd wants in his life is legal
It's true.
This is one thing. What I wonder is, with so many smooth transactions that Floyd's been a part of jewelry-wise in the last 5 years, longer than that actually, what went wrong in this particular transaction?
It's so funny.
Hart takes aim at Floyd Mayweather over the controversial $42 million real estate claim, warning that dishonesty can eventually damage a person's life. Hart jokes about Floyd's constant focus on showing off his wealth and suggests that the claims he makes about his money are starting to affect how people view him. He says that repeatedly trying to prove financial success has hurt Floyd's image and weakened the trust surrounding his public reputation.
You can cancel Christmas. It's over for you. You hear me? It's over for you. Oh, boy. Y'all going to jail. Y'all going to jail.
Kevin Hart responded quickly after reports surfaced about Floyd Mayweather's latest financial statements. With his signature humor and direct style, Hart challenged Floyd's unusual claims about his property and wealth. He suggested that the situation had gone beyond simple exaggeration, describing it as something that appeared disconnected from reality.
I want to talk about it. What the is going on, man? What the is going on?
Kevin Hart and Floyd Mayweather have had conversations that revealed a lot about their different perspectives. During one interview, Kevin questioned Floyd about why money seemed to be such a central part of his identity. Mayweather responded by opening up about his difficult upbringing and the environment that shaped him. He described growing up around struggle, where survival and ambition were closely connected. For Floyd, wealth represented more than achievement. It symbolized escaping the hardships he experienced. That moment helped people understand why he often displays his success so openly, treating his fortune as a reflection of the journey he overcame.
What's up? Talk to me.
Floyd Money Mayweather, baby. How you doing, man?
You know how it is. Same old program.
Ask me to send my case.
It better be money.
You damn right it is.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. Now, if there's money in there, I need it.
White hand, take this so Floyd don't take it from me. Nah, if you want to do that, if you want to do the white hand, that's on you.
Well, white hand gonna feel his black hand.
Yeah, well, look like white hand. Put your rope over there on the hook.
That you went through to get you to the place to where now it's about the money and you celebrate the money.
It was a long journey.
A long journey.
I come from a fighting family. 7 of us in a 1-bedroom in Jersey.
Goddamn.
Dad, was a hustler. A former fighter, hustler. My mom had it, extremely hard, but, kept believing, kept working hard, and we made it happen.
Why do you think you were the one?
From day one, I knew it.
Floyd Mayweather has built a worldwide image closely connected to wealth and luxury. He is often seen displaying his financial success, from large amounts of cash to expensive possessions that represent his achievements. His lifestyle includes private aircraft, high-end jewelry, and other symbols of status that frequently appear across his social media platforms. For Floyd, showcasing his fortune has become a way of expressing influence and success. However, as these displays continue, some people have started questioning whether the public image is only a reflection of the lifestyle he wants everyone to see.
The Money Man is getting ready. For Super Bowl weekend, Las Vegas, we had to get the ones. Make it rain. Yeah. Well, yeah. I need everybody. I mean everybody. Had girl collection Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the Super Bowl. But whoever win or lose, it don't matter. I need everybody there. Girl collection. Yeah. Yeah.
He's collecting rent, hustlers. You know how much rent that is? And guess what? I don't know his paperwork, but obviously if you spent that much in real estate, it looks like he spent it in one shot, but even if he didn't, but usually he did. And if he dealt with the same person, you get a deal. right? So through these deals, he's making money. It's definitely an income situation. They're all apartments. It's not a commercial building. They're all apartment buildings, which are commercial, but they're apartments. So guess what? $402 million in real estate. Hey, he's $500 million in real estate just off apartment.
Mayweather always emphasized that he was in complete control of his own career and financial decisions. Unlike many athletes who rely on teams of managers, consultants, and business experts, Floyd preferred to handle everything personally. He viewed this approach as a way to stay ahead and avoid depending on others. However, taking full responsibility also meant there was no one else to share the consequences when problems appeared. The same independence that was once praised as a sign of intelligence is now being questioned by some as a risky strategy. With fewer outside voices involved in reviewing his financial moves, concerns have grown that the foundation of his business empire may not be as stable as it once appeared.
I think with Floyd, he's never had a manager as well, right? He's always negotiated his own deals. Is that what kind of led to his wealth? He didn't have to cut a
It's not that he ain't got a manager, but he has got a manager. So he's, can't remember his name now. So he's got a man, an elderly fella that's always with him. And but he does, everything goes through him, everything. Floyd ain't very clever, believe me. But training-wise, man's a genius, and it's hard work, dedication. Don't matter how good you are. I mean, I am world class as an athlete, but I never trained like the top boys. I just thought, don't worry out, because I love a row and I love the fighting. Let's just turn up.
Yeah.
I mean. But after 3-4 rounds, if I ain't knocked you out, what's Sting coming at me ass?
Floyd's decision to personally control his finances also brought legal challenges, including a lawsuit from a jeweler who alleged that he took costly items without completing the payment. According to the claim, there was no agreement to delay payment, no arranged deal, and no commitment to resolve the balance later.
All right, so a Miami jeweler that goes by the name of Leonard Sulamanov is like, give me my money. Give me my money. So he is hitting Floyd Mayweather with a huge lawsuit. Y'all, we're talking about a cool $4 million for some luxurious watches and diamonds that Floyd supposedly forgot to pay for. Y'all know he forget to cash checks. So maybe, you know what I'm saying? He might have forgot to pay for it for real. So even, y'all tell me if I'm saying this.
That level of confidence created the impression that he believed he could operate by his own standards. These allegations were not simply gossip or speculation. They came from official legal documents and court records.
He likes his jewelers. He's got his jewelers that he likes, but also if he sees a piece he likes, he's going to buy it.
It's almost as if he fights to support his jewelry buying habit.
It's pretty true. I mean, look at the way we've seen this. What happened in Miami this week, though, was not the case. I mean, it's not like he went in there and made somebody rich. As a matter of fact, it ended up with the cops being called. We are being told that he walked into a place called the Diamond Club Fine Jewelry Shop in Miami and was looking at stuff. And when the jeweler busted out a very expensive stone, an argument ensued between Floyd and the jeweler. Now, it's unclear exactly what they were arguing about, but intensely and so quickly that the cops were called to the jewelry store, and Floyd ended up leaving without buying anything, left. So he wasn't there to speak with cops when cops arrived, but what usually results in financial, an explosion resulted in the cops being called. This is a bad situation for everybody involved, don't you guys think?
Yes, bad situation for the jeweler because they didn't get their windfall of money from Floyd Mayweather. It's a bad situation for Floyd because the last thing Floyd wants in his life is more legal problems.
That's true.
He doesn't want that. But what I wonder is, with so many smooth transactions that Floyd has been a part of, jewelry-wise, in the last 4 or 5 years, longer than that, actually, what went wrong in this particular transaction?
It's so funny. Babcock, you can attest to this, too. We've been calling everybody connected to this. Floyd's camp ain't saying anything.
Reporters who attempted to verify Floyd's high-value property transactions discovered conflicting information along the way. One person connected to the deals acknowledged that they existed, but declined to provide an official public statement.
What's the point of buying 62 buildings? You buy a couple...
No, 62 units, I think, right?
No, 62 units could be one building.
Yeah, it could be.
They got buildings with 90 units and 100 and some units.
He has 62 multifamily units. That's what it says. So that's 62 buildings. Like you just said, it's probably 62
think
buildings.
About it. If he has that, some of the buildings they might not be in the best condition.
Right.
So knock it down and build, or knock, if they're side by side, knock both of them down. Don't renew rents. Let them move out and then build a skyscraper.
Or if he makes commercial properties out of some of those.
That's what I'm saying.
Floyd continues to display a lifestyle built around luxury, yet speculation about financial struggles has continued to follow him. The Joe Rogan Experience recently criticized his decision to keep taking part in exhibition bouts, suggesting that financial motivation was a major reason behind them. Rogan argued that a person with lasting wealth would not need to repeatedly chase short-term earnings. As a result, some people view Floyd's focus on protecting his public image less as a symbol of success and more as an effort to maintain his lifestyle.
Money. He needs that money. That money has to keep coming in if you're going to live like this.
It's not that expensive, though, but...
He's only 46. But he does this with everything, man. He's got $1 million watches.
I don't think he buys every pair.
Think they give them to him?
Money is a major part of Floyd's lifestyle. To maintain the way he lives, the income has to continue flowing. Some people argue that his spending habits may not be as extreme as they appear, especially considering he is still only 46 years old. However, this pattern has followed him for years. He is often seen wearing watches worth millions of dollars, and there are questions about whether he actually purchases every piece himself or if some are provided to him as gifts or promotions. Nobody can question Floyd Mayweather's ability and success inside the boxing ring, but his repeated praise of himself has caused some supporters to turn away. He frequently places himself alongside the greatest fighters in history and claims that his accomplishments stand above anyone else's. What was once viewed as confidence and motivation by many has, over time, started to come across to some people as excessive self-promotion.
Still waiting? Well, I think I'm separated now. You know, I don't think there's no boxer in history that has accomplished what I've accomplished. Not bragging or boasting, just speaking the truth. I take my hat off to a lot of legendary champions, you know, that paved the way for me to be where I'm at in the sport of boxing. But that was their era, and this is my era. I had a tremendous career. And we got young fighters that's on the rise, that's under our banner. The ultimate goal is to find the next Floyd Mayweather that can break my records.
So is Gervonta Davis that guy?
From the beginning of his career, Mayweather understood that boxing had a limited window. He focused on creating businesses, developing his own promotions, and securing various financial opportunities beyond the ring. However, his approach to building wealth often attracted criticism. Questions were raised about unpaid obligations, exaggerated financial statements, and questionable claims. To some observers, his business success appeared to rely more on image and presentation than actual substance.
Floyd Mayweather is the most successful boxer in history with a 50-0 record and one of the wealthiest athletes of all time with $1 billion in earnings. But I bet you didn't know it all started with a $750,000 bet on himself. Here's the wild story. In 2006, Floyd Mayweather was 10 years into his boxing career and earning over $5 million per fight. At the time, Mayweather was signed to Bob Arum's Top-Rank Boxing promotion, a partnership which saw Arum get 25% of Mayweather's fight purse. But Mayweather wanted more. And in 2006, he turned down $8 million to fight Antonio Margarita and said he deserved $20 million to fight Oscar de la Hoya. Arum wasn't happy and wouldn't pay up. So Mayweather paid the $750,000 exit fee in his contract to leave Top Rank. Mayweather then went on to promote his own fights, earning a percentage of every ticket, hot dog, and beer sold at the event. And most importantly, all pay-per-views sold. And just 1 year later in 2007, after leaving Top Rank, Mayweather made $25 million for his win against Oscar de la Hoya. Now that's what happens when you bet on yourself.
Mayweather has acknowledged that many of his investments involve taking major risks without complete certainty. He explained that he often backs opportunities that most people may not recognize or fully understand. In his view, those unfamiliar areas can create future success, but they also carry a high chance of loss. He has openly stated that the majority of these ventures, around 90%, do not work out.
The money I'm able to bring my team as well as my family around the world so they can experience different things.
Something you said earlier, Floyd, it really fascinated me.
and it gave me an insight that you really learned about money. Is you said in real estate, you got to know what to do on a small scale first.
Yes.
And then you went big. And is that because you don't want to take massive risk because you want to be smart with your money?
Well, like you don't go out there and work extremely hard for so many years and then take every dime you got and just put it into something that you don't know about.
Well, a lot of people do, don't they? I mean,
and a majority of the time you get bad results. 90% of the time you get bad results. Just like boxing. You know, I've gotten great results.
The bout between Floyd Mayweather and Logan Paul was viewed by many as a financial opportunity rather than a moment focused on his boxing legacy. Critics argued that the event was built around entertainment and celebrity attention instead of pushing the sport forward. Even former opponent Oscar de la Hoya took shots at Mayweather's exhibition matches, calling them damaging to his reputation and suggesting that he should move on. Hearing that kind of criticism from another boxing great made the comments stand out. De la Hoya believed Mayweather's recent appearances were more about staying in the spotlight than adding to his accomplishments. The fighter who once stood at the top of boxing now faces criticism that his refusal to step away could affect how people remember his career.
Okay, Floyd Mayweather fought another exhibition against Gotti last Saturday. A real show that left the crowd booing in the arena at the end. But in the middle of the second round, Floyd literally had the referee swapped out. He didn't like that the referee told him to stop hitting behind the head. Floyd is used to having the refs do whatever he wants, and he wasn't getting his way this time. It was so embarrassing. Floyd, you're 50 years old. You're a legend in the sport. I've stood up for you in countless interviews, including Shannon Sharp's podcast last week. But you have to stop embarrassing yourself with these exhibitions. I know life is hard. I know life is expensive. But come on, dude, put your legacy first. Nobody wants to remember you like this. And it gets worse. Your jeweler filed a lawsuit against you in Miami. And many are saying you're going to have to sell off your assets. Floyd, I'm rooting for you. Come on, let's turn it around.
Even years after his bout with Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Conor McGregor, talk of a potential rematch continues to surface. The motivation behind it appears less connected to competition and more focused on the financial opportunity it could bring. For him, another massive payday may be the main attraction rather than the need to prove himself inside the ring. With his achievements already established, repeated returns for major paychecks can create a different perception. Instead of adding to a finished legacy, it can make people question whether the goal is competition or simply maintaining income.
What would be the value in seeing it a second time? The first one wasn't bad, but the whole thing was this notion of suspense and unpredictability. And what would it be? Well, you got to see what it was. He got marched down and beaten up.
Yeah, it seems like Floyd might realize within himself that that's the last giant money fight he can make. It would have to be as close to a real fight as possible. I mean, it's a Conor who can still throw his hands, although to your point, the brand is damaged and, you know, he needs a win badly in the UFC to revive that. But I wonder if Floyd at 45 is saying to himself, if I've got to fight one more time, a real fight, and that Logan fight was weird, and Floyd, I think, didn't expect to have to navigate it the way he did. I wonder if Floyd thinks this is it. But even that could be a trap fight for him, Luke, because of his age. You never know, okay? But to your point, it's hard to get amped up for it unless one or both of them is sort of riding a certain level of momentum.
It was crazy that everybody keep asking me, why you not coming back to fight? Why you not coming back to fight? So I look at the fight game. I said, okay. I said, you know, fighters fighting, they make $3 million, $4 million, $6 million, $7 million. Some may make 10 or 20 million. But I'm doing exhibitions and I'm making 20, 25 million, 100 million for exhibitions. So why would I come back and fight and get a guaranteed 35 million when I'm doing exhibitions and getting 100 million?
When Snoop Dogg questioned Floyd Mayweather Jr. about the secret behind his wealth, Floyd credited his success to dedication, determination, and making the right moves. However, as concerns about his finances continue to grow, he appears more focused than ever on protecting the image of a wealthy lifestyle. Despite earning massive amounts throughout his career, Mayweather has faced ongoing scrutiny over his financial situation. Reports involving tax issues, outstanding obligations, and questionable spending have led some people to wonder how stable his fortune really is. Behind the luxury cars, expensive jewelry, and public displays of success, critics continue to question whether everything is as secure as it appears. The constant pursuit of new appearances and high-paying events has fueled further discussion. Some believe it reflects a situation where maintaining the lifestyle requires a continuous flow of income because the spending habits never truly slow down.
Got the news. The beef between 50 Cent and Floyd Mayweather is heating up again. 50 Cent posted a video calling out Floyd's claim of spending $400 million on NYC apartments, saying there's no proof of the purchase. The long-running feud continues, with 50 Cent suggesting Floyd's real estate empire may be a fancy fantasy. Floyd has remained silent, but the drama shows no signs of ending.
Floyd Mayweather just signed a deal to lease an apartment in Midtown Manhattan. He's going to be paying $100,000 per month for this place. Here's the apartment, you guys. It's got 5 bedrooms, 7 bathrooms, 4,000 square feet, and the place is pretty epic, I'm not gonna lie. The description says that this is a double unit and it is a corner unit, so you got a ton of natural light in here. Do you think this place is worth $100,000 per month? Why would Floyd spend $100,000 a month on this apartment? If I had to guess, it would be a combination of owning something as just kind of a liability. Plus, I'm pretty sure whenever you rent a place versus buy a place for business purposes, you're able to write off more of that lease payment. So if I had to guess, that $100,000 per month is going to be a pretty big write-off for him based on how he plans to use this place.
For years, 50 Cent has questioned whether Floyd Mayweather's public image of extreme wealth reflects reality. Recently, more people have begun raising similar concerns. Some investigators have attempted to confirm details about Floyd's reported property holdings, but their findings have not matched the size of the fortune being presented. Despite ongoing legal battles, financial questions, and repeated speculation, Floyd continues to maintain the same luxury lifestyle. High-end vehicles, private aircraft, and expensive purchases remain part of his public image. However, some observers believe the numbers behind that lifestyle do not appear to align. The situation has led to questions about whether there are undisclosed financial obligations or whether Floyd's public display of success continues despite growing concerns. What remains certain is that the image of wealth continues, even as questions surrounding it keep increasing.
Now, this comes amid, rumors of Floyd Mayweather being stuck in Dubai because he owes people money. And, these are coming from trustworthy sources, Gervonta Davis, Floyd Mayweather, people who know about Floyd Mayweather's inner life. But back to TMZ. So they reported Floyd Mayweather was courtside for last night's pivotal Clippers versus Mavericks game. But before money got to the arena, he was handing it out, blessing 3 homeless men with $30K. Now, there are no pictures. There is no video of this happening, but there is an official TMZ article, and TMZ usually gets it right. TMZ also said, we're told Mayweather began talking to the guys and decided he wanted to help. So he busted out his backpack and blessed each guy with 10 racks. Anyways, he says, just got off the phone with my guy in Dubai. He told me that Floyd Mayweather is definitely being held by the government court system there as he owes a substantial amount of money in Dubai. They take indebtedness over there very seriously. Was told the debt is unassociated with boxing. Floyd's desperately trying to work things out to no avail so far. So at Gervonta Davis is correct that Floyd's being held there. And Floyd Mayweather has made no public statements regarding this. These are his last 2 Instagram posts. So 6 days ago, he was still in Dubai, and that's the same day they said he was at a basketball game, which, it still doesn't make any sense. And then this post as well, this was just 4 hours ago. He reposted this. This is his second time posting this. He posted this a few days ago.
That brings us to the end of today's video. Make sure to stay connected for more updates. Until next time, take care.